actually the Steelers versus the Eagles. And we're talking about, cowboy characters, the big bad Ben rolling into town against the Philadelphia Eagles, and Steelers coming out with the win. But it's not necessarily Big Bad Ben's story this weekend, guys. It's a little man by the name of Claypool, who burst onto the scene, the Notre Dame product.
Yeah, not much of a small man, to be honest. He's 6'4", I think, something like that. He was more of a tight end coming out of college is what people were rating him. And I remember we did a preview show, we went through this. We looked at the draft class for the Steelers, and we were wondering, was Chase Claypool, where was he going to play? And everyone thought he was going to basically support Eric Ebron and Vince McDonald, but he played a stormer. He hit a 4.45 in his 40-yard dash, so he is quick, and we saw that at the weekend, and came away with 4 touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns and 3 receiving touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown and 110 yards. So yeah, what a game! What a game for a rookie wide receiver.
I think what's lost in the game, because Claypool is getting so much I suppose media, and rightly so, because of the performance and the 4 touchdowns, is the fact that the Eagles actually came back very well in this game. They were 31-14 down late in the third quarter and rallied and came back and had a field goal opportunity with 3 minutes to go in the lead. And look, they didn't make the field goal, and they left the Steelers with some great field in terms of where they were. They left them on the 50, and obviously the touchdown, the hammer. They put the hammer down with the 4th touchdown for Claypool. But the Eagles haven't won last week. They did themselves justice in that game. They played well enough.
But again, you say that, Brian, but if you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, we didn't lose a single quarter there. We didn't lose a quarter against the Eagles in that game. Carson Wentz threw 2 interceptions. And I think the Steelers are playing football where they just know how to grind out wins, and Big Ben isn't doing anything flashy. We keep saying it, but he threw no interceptions, 3 touchdowns. Didn't have a phenomenal game yards-wise, but again, didn't do a huge amount wrong either. And I think it's just interesting to see how the Steelers are playing this season. Even on the rushing side, everyone is contributing in the backfield. So I'm fairly high on the Steelers. I do think we blitz a lot, which was one thing I noticed the weekend. Which
defense is shaky.
Yeah,
big points to the Texans at home and big points this week.
Yeah, I think there's an over-reliance on the blitz factor within the Steelers for some reason at the moment. But look, to be honest, I think overall as a team, they seem to be playing quite well. And 4-0, it's not a bad way to be. Carson Wentz still, 2 of his interceptions were very bad.
They were.
4-0. I mean, the Steelers, even though they went 15-1 in Roethlisberger's rookie season, it's actually the first time they've been 4-0 since the time of Chuck Noll and Terry Bradshaw. So for such a storied franchise, starting fast isn't in their nature. They head up probably the most competitive division in football at the moment. They're at 4-0, Ravens and Browns, which we'll come to, at 4-1. And the Eagles, of course, are in the least competitive division in football for all eternity. Stat of the week, gentlemen, we could go with many stats, but I will go with 2-13-1. That isn't 2-13-1, by the way. That isn't just like a normal Detroit Lions season. That is actually the record of the NFC East in games which are not against each other. So as a division, they're 4-15-1. But let's just take out the games where they can't help but one of them to win. 2-13-1. Rather startling facts.